Hey, up next on the Marmy Rock Show, we pride ourselves in finding the best new music all around the country, and I'm really excited to bring Zero Theorem to the Marmy Rock Show tonight. We have got Caesar, their vocalist, with us. Caesar, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot for having me, Rocky. I appreciate it.
So you guys have released your debut single, Area, which we've added, by the way. I don't think I mentioned this to anybody in your publicity, folks, but we've added it to our Golden Dozen chart. We like the song so much, so I'm excited to get you on.
Awesome. That's great news. Very cool.
So tell us how your band formed. You weren't exactly all living in the same town when you got together, were you?
That's right. It formed because the band initially developed as a cross-country collaboration between my cousin Joe and I. I was living in Chicago, and Joe was in Los Angeles, and we began writing songs by sending digital files to one another. Then, as things started happening, our partnership developed. I relocated to LA. The demos were recorded, and we got the band together with Max, Eloy, and Jake through word of mouth and networking, really, in the LA area.
Now, it seems like you guys meshed together right away. When you added the last two members of the band, did you know you kind of maybe had something special here right off the bat?
We did. We felt as if we really gelled, and everybody's good players and professional about things, and it was really easy for us to gel. You could tell in the first couple practices that things were gonna mesh well, and everybody kind of would get along.
Now, for your debut single, you guys use a big-time heavy hitter producer on this one. Why don't you tell folks about who did your production?
Sure thing. Yeah, it's Keen Churko, who I'm sure all your listeners will know has worked with Five Finger Death Punch, In This Moment, Disturbed, Gemini Syndrome, etc., etc. A bunch of heavy hitters. We were lucky enough where he was really our first choice, and we kind of sent him an email saying, hey, would you be interested? Not thinking that he would take us, but he certainly did, and gave us a lot of confidence going forward.
So tell us a little bit more about the debut single. So the single's called Area, and one of the things as I listened to it, and I'm going to ask you about the video in a minute, but I just sat and listened to the lyrics first and the music, and the kind of lyric I took away from it was towards the end there where it says, home is everything, I need an area of my own. Tell me a little bit about the meaning behind the lyrics of the song.
Sure. Area is about the importance of one's identity and will. Every time you come upon a meaningful relationship or environment or a new belief system, you carry with it the potential to experience the basic struggle of your identity anew again. And that's basically what Area is about.
Now, I mentioned that I listened to the lyrics first, but then I watched you guys got a pretty cool music video out. So tell us about it's got a great sci-fi kind of theme to us. Tell us more about the music video and the making of it and the story.
Yeah, we worked with a guy named Brian Cox, who's in Los Angeles area, and he had a good idea to kind of video things in the desert to get that vibe of a sci-fi atmosphere, right? And really, we wanted to make sure that it was something a bit dark and a bit atmospheric, and something that really started to take shape at the end. Really, my favorite part of the video is at the end, where you're not really sure what's going on. It reminds me of one of those 70s sci-fi movies.
So, hey, their debut EP's coming out on May the 4th, so if you could share folks with the title of the record, and also, do you have some live dates coming up in advance of that?
Right now we don't have any live dates yet, but we definitely have something in the works for that, so I would say to people to check their bands in town and make sure you follow us for that. And then NRX is the name of the EP, which is basically about the sense of being at peace. And this, in many ways, is in the beginning of our career, is kind of the way to try to attempt to get into that headspace. And so we're very excited about it. It's coming early May, and I think people will be pleased if they like Area.
Now, how long of a process was it from, when you and your cousin started sending files back and forth, take us up to now? How long did it take and to record those tunes, and how many tunes are going to be on the EP?
The EP is probably going to have 7 tracks on it, and we started recording in 2016. We started with our first song, and then we've kind of been in and out of the studio since then.
Well, that's a pretty a good size EP. I mean, that's almost a full length coming in with 7 tunes, so that's going to be exciting for people to check out for sure.
Yeah, we might end up doing 6, but 7 is also a goal and an option. So either way, there's going to be plenty of music, and we're also going to be recording newer music too at the end of the year. So a lot of good things happening.
Now, the sci-fi kind of video kind of theme that the video had, I noticed there's a lot of really cool futuristic artwork around your Facebook page. Is that sort of a running theme with you guys, and who's behind that artwork?
Definitely. There's various people behind the artwork. We're really putting it together. I think with the band in general, it's more of a multimedia thing instead of just as opposed to putting out, our individual personalities. It's about the art in many ways, the music, the look, the photos, we have a surreal or dark sci-fi kind of image that is a lot more interesting, in my opinion, than putting out our individual personalities.
Now, will that manifest itself when the EP comes out in some sort of I don't want to say a concept album, but do those themes run throughout the tracks? Are there a lot of similar dark themes that we'll expect on the EP?
Yeah, I would say that we definitely like taking every aspect of human existence and writing about it. So there's really no boundaries for us in that regard.
Now, people can check out your Facebook page now, and I know the record's not coming out till May, but is there going to be a way for people to pre-order the record? Are you guys going to launch a merch site or anything like that in the near future?
Well, definitely, we're actually getting together a lot of ideas right now for merch, and there'll definitely be some sort of pre-sale, probably 6 to 8 weeks beforehand, and that should be, about April, so late March or April. So yeah, I would say to keep an eye out for that.
And hey, one more thing. I know you said you're still thinking about dates. Now, I know you probably can't release it yet, but are you thinking about doing an actual CD release show? A lot of bands love to do that, throw a big party. And if so, is LA your home now? Is that home base for the band?
Yeah, LA's the home base for the band. We would probably do something at the good old Whiskey, a Go-Go, or something similar, just to kind of get out there, and it's a good idea. We might actually do that. So,
well, I've had a good
something we're thinking about.
I've had a good time getting to know you a little bit, Caesar, and I was really impressed with the single. As soon as I checked it out, I knew I wanted to get you on the show and share this great music with our audience. So once again, the band is Zero Theorem. They're out of Los Angeles. You can check out the debut single Area right now, and you can also see that music video out there on YouTube. So Caesar, man, I really appreciate you being with us on the Rock Show today.
Hey, man, thank you very much for having me. It was great. Good to meet you.